Worldwide, cancer is the primary cause of mortality for a lot of people. New research has demonstrated that even well-known foods might be the cause of this condition. It is possible that you have just consumed one of them while you were watching this. Mentioned below is a list of foods that are known to cause cancer and should be eliminated from our diets. First though, I kindly ask you to like the video and subscribe to this channel. It is very important for us. Thank you very much. The first is refined sugar. There is no nutritional value involved in its consumption. Because of this, the body is deprived of the vitamins and nutrients it needs in order to digest food. There is evidence that cancer cells are associated with processed sugar. Not quite as sweet as it seems. Secondly, soda pop. The numerous sugars, colors, and compounds that contribute acid to the body are responsible for the refreshing flavor that is characteristic of soda pop. The growth of cancer cells can be facilitated by all of these factors. One study found that fructose, a form of sugar that is commonly found in sodas, was associated with an increased risk of developing pancreatic cancer. As a probable carcinogen, methylamidazole found in soda was also investigated as a potential ingredient. Due to the presence of this molecule, colas and soft drinks take on a delectable brown color. 3. Meats that have been processed. In order to extend the shelf life of meat and enhance its flavor, additives and chemicals are added to it. After conducting an analysis of 800 studies, the World Health Organization came to the conclusion that processed meats are, in fact, carcinogenic. Consuming 4 pieces of bacon on a daily basis is associated with an 18% increased risk of developing colorectal cancer. This category of meats, which includes sausage, bacon, ham, turkey sausage, and hot dogs, is not available for purchase in its freshest form. Red meat is the 4th food. In the course of their research, the World Health Organization discovered that red meat is yet another potential agent that causes cancer in children and adults. They claim that there is a connection between eating red meat and the development of colon, prostate, and pancreatic cancers. In contrast to consuming a daily serving of red meat, eating a few scraps of meat every once in a while is a quite different experience. 5. Microwave popcorn. In spite of the fact that popcorn is considered to be a nutritious snack because it contains potassium, iron, and fiber, a substance that has been linked to cancers of the liver and pancreas, is formed when the chemical that lines the microwavable bag decomposes. Another chemical that is used for flavoring had the potential to cause bronchiolitis obliterans, which is another disease. It is possible to reduce the likelihood of developing it by allowing the popcorn to cool before opening it. 6. Dirty fruits. Pesticides are sprayed on fruits from the fields where they are grown. Several of these chemicals have been known to cause cancer in some people. According to the Environmental Working Group's Buyer's Guide to Pesticides in Produce, apples, peaches, grapes, and strawberries are the fruits that contain the highest quantities of pesticides. Potato chips come in at number 7. Potatoes have a component that might cause cancer, and this chemical is triggered when they are cooked at high temperatures. In addition to being present in cigarette smoke, the chemical acrylamide can be found in the production of paper and plastics. It has been classified as a possible human carcinogen by both the National Toxicology Program and the International Agency for Research on Cancer. 8. French fries. Since potato chips are made from potatoes and potatoes are thought to be a potential human carcinogen, French fries must also cause cancer. There are many varieties of potato dishes, and the activation of acrylamide at high temperatures is probably not the worst-case scenario involved. It is best to steer clear of potatoes when they are still boiling because they are included on the dirty dozen list of fruits and vegetables. 9. Farmed salmon. Canned salmon sounds like a much better option than farm-raised salmon, despite the fact that salmon is a source of omega-3 and has a pleasant flavor. The overcrowding of farm-raised salmon in order to increase the total number of fish can result in adverse health effects. It has been observed that their color is not the same as their natural hue. As a result, they are given chemical feed in order to get a meat color that is a reddish pink. In order to determine the origin of the fish, you must always look at the labels. 10. Canned tomatoes. When it comes to the lining of cans of tomatoes and other canned foods, certain nations make use of a chemical known as bisphenol A, also known as BPA. Because of the toxicity of the substance, it is prohibited in other nations. Tomatoes are acidic, which means that they have the potential to cause the BPA to seep out of the cans and onto the tomatoes themselves. There are a number of disorders, including cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, that have been associated to BPA. Since the lids of glass jars also contain BPA, it is not possible to use them as a substitute. Probably the most secure option is to go with fresh organic tomatoes. 11. Oil that has been hydrogenated. It is referred to as hydrogenated oil when liquid oil undergoes a chemical transformation to become solid. The shelf life of the food is extended as a result of its use. They have the capacity to modify the structure of human cell membranes when they are swallowed. There is a correlation between high levels of trans fat and a twofold increase in the risk of breast cancer in women. Things that have been baked, foods that are deep fried, such as margarine, are examples of foods that contain trans fat. 12. White flour. The natural flour that has been stripped of all of its nutrients is referred to as refined or white flour. A bleaching process that involves the use of chlorine gas is performed on this type of flour. Additionally, white flour has a high glycemic index, which indicates that after eating, both blood sugar and insulin levels will increase considerably. It has been demonstrated that the process in question is associated with the development of cancer. According to one study, the consumption of refined carbohydrates was associated with a 220% increase in the incidence of breast cancer in females. Alcohol is number 13. It should not come as a surprise that drinking alcohol can cause harm to the liver. Liver cancer and liver toxicity are two other disorders that can affect the liver. According to the International Agency for Research on Cancer, alcohol has been classified as a cancer agent since the year 1988. Additionally, researchers have discovered that smokers and heavy drinkers are more likely to develop cancer. Alcohol consumption is a contributing factor in the development of other malignancies, including those that occur in the mouth, throat, breast, and intestines. 14. Pickles and other foods that contain salt. The pickling procedure involves fermenting cucumbers in salt vinegar and seasoning. Pickles are cucumbers that have been through this process. They are beneficial because they contain probiotics. Pickles, on the other hand, contain an excessive amount of sodium, which has been related to the development of stomach cancer. Scientists in Turkey discovered that individuals with stomach cancer consumed a greater quantity of pickles than those who did not have the disease. 15. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs. GMOs is an abbreviation for genetically modified organisms. There was a correlation between genetically modified corn and cancer, according to a study. Genetically modified organisms, usually plants, have their DNA or genetic material unofficially edited to produce the finest produce and protect them from insects. Markets all around the country are more likely to carry them than other places. Despite the fact that the health consequences of these items on humans have not been completely identified, it has been observed that they are damaging over the course of time. 16. Artificial sweeteners. Several research on saccharin demonstrated that the presence of excessive dosages of sweetener in rats led to the development of cancer. A 2005 study revealed that rats fed the common artificial sweetener aspartame experienced leukemia and lymphoma. However, these rats consumed a significant amount of diet soda on a daily basis, approximately between 8 and 2083 cans. 17. Diet products. Cancer chemicals found in products such as diet sodas or low-fat dairy products have been linked to a number of different types of cancers, heart problems, and other serious issues. These chemicals are found in processed foods that contain high levels of sodium, artificial flavors, and artificial colors to make them more appealing. 18. Foods that are rich in fat. There isn't much evidence between fats to cancer, but eating meals high in fat can lead to other health issues, including obesity, which can eventually result in cancer. A diet low in fat can assist you in maintaining a healthy weight and avoiding the danger of developing bowel, pancreatic, breast, and kidney cancer. Obesity, on the other hand, raises the chance of developing these cancers. 19. Animal-based foods. Cancer patients who have survived the disease should avoid consuming any items derived from animals that are not organic. According to the findings of a number of research studies, goods derived from animals are the preferred meal of cancer cells, which causes them to advance and proliferate. 20. Smoked meat. Generally speaking, smoked foods consist of fish and red meat. During the smoking process, significant quantities of toxic tar, which is known to be a carcinogen, are retained. Meats that have been smoked contain a lot of salt and are likely associated with colon cancer. It is important to avoid burning the outside of items that have been barbecued because this can also lead to cancer. 21. Goods derived from dairy. Consuming dairy products like milk and cheese may raise the risk of developing prostate, ovarian, and maybe even breast cancers. There is a need for additional research about the relationship. According to Cancer Research UK, the calcium content of milk was found to be beneficial in lowering the chance of developing bowel cancer. These are the foods that are known to cause cancer and should be avoided at all costs. I am grateful that you watched this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so that you may watch more films that are educational. Bye.